We have two lovely ladies joining us in studio here. One who is a stylist at the Grooming Lounge. I've already forgotten her name. Okay, it's Sarah, so you're better at this than I. And the Grooming Lounge, nice enough to bring us some goodies. Nice
goodies.
fringe benefit for us.
Absolutely. I'm going to be at the Grooming Lounge in Tyson's later today.
And here's the deal. Jim Mullins, I was trying to explain to Sarah that he is a fill-in producer here, board op at 106.7 The Fan. So Valdez has been on vacation this week, so Mullins has been in here all week.
Mm-hmm.
Very likable guy, charismatic. Everybody loves Mullins, also known as Landfill. He's a bigger guy. We've come to find out, really, this week that he's the laziest man on the planet. You can see his locks. Why don't you come join us in studio? I believe Drab's going to run the board now. Mullins will join us in studio, and we'll see. By the way, I've never seen him interact with a woman.
He's got a flip phone. Well, I'm sure he interacts with women. He goes to stores and restaurants.
He goes to stores.
He probably talks to women there. He's got a sister.
How often do you interact with women? Because this station has no women. We're devoid of women at 106.7 The Fan.
I also kind of work at 99.1. They have women there.
Yeah.
Okay, they do.
And he does have a sister that he lives with and a mom.
Are you nervous? First haircut in 3 years? Are we going to go tight? Because you have long hair right now.
Yeah, we're going to go real short.
Are you going to give him a shave as well? And maybe it wasn't planned, but I know at the Grooming Lounge, you can get that hot lather treatment and get the shave, the straight.
I think we do the full deal.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Well, I just have to do the beard trim today, but it'll be good. You're handsome. You
Excellent.
have potential. It'll be good.
Where we'll actually be talking to Grant Paulson at some point during the program. He gave Jim Mullins, a.k.a. Landfill, his last haircut 3 years ago. How did he do?
Well, he actually did terrible because he just took office scissors to it, and then for a couple days I walked around.
Office scissors?
I mean, just like regular scissors. He just completely took scissors to it. It was horrible for like 2 or 3 days, and then we had PJ Elliott, who works at NEW. He took clippers to it a couple days later, and it was just like really, really short.
I think you're going to look good.
I think I'm going to look money.
Yeah, you're going to look baldy.
Maldy.
Yeah.
Have you received more compliments today from women in the last 15 minutes than you have during the entire year?
His entire life.
Yeah.
Great hair, handsome.
That's true.
I mean, the compliments are flowing to one Jim Mullins, a.k.a. Landfill. I'll get the picture up on the Junkies Facebook page. He's having his hair shaved right now. But right now, I want to take your calls at 800-636-1067 as we talk Skins, Bills. Both Jason and I believe the Redskins fall to the Bills. They're just too much. They're a Jekyll and Hyde team. They have won back-to-back. So are the Bills, but we believe
I just think the Bills just caused too many problems offensively.
Yep.
I don't know who's going to cover Watkins. I don't know if it's going to be Breland or Blackman or whoever it's going to be. I think it's going to cause a lot of problems on Sunday afternoon.
Let's go to the phones. Eric, you're on with the Junkies. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing today?
I'm just going to tell you right now, this is going to be reminiscent of 2007. All right?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to win their last four.
Is that the Todd Collins run?
2007.
Right.
The Todd Collins run. Of course, nobody had to die this time to get the 4-game win streak. But they will beat Buffalo because here's the deal. I understand that you guys are hyping LaShawn McCoy, and McCoy has had his fair share of duds against the Redskins when he played for the Eagles. He had a couple of nice ones, I'm sure, but I know he's had some major duds. And I know Jason loves to tout Sammy Watkins like he's Jerry Rice, and that's fine. Sammy Watkins is a good player. But, you realize they've gone against guys like Des Bryant and they've gone against guys like Julio Jones and held those guys pretty much in check. So I don't think Sammy Watkins is going to be the difference maker.
3 weeks ago, Julio Jones was hurt during the Atlanta game and still played. If those guys are on top of their game, they can burn the Skins. Sammy Watkins will have some big plays in this game.
800-636-1067. Slightly distracted because Sarah from the Grooming Lounge is giving Jim Mullins his haircut. And it's going to be tight. For a guy who hadn't had a haircut in 3 years, it's going to be tight. And you see that she has, essentially shaved the sides. Did you use a 1 or 1.5? It was a 3, but it just looks really, really tight.
Good for him.
All right,
It'll be another 3 years before he gets a cut.
Let's go to Ashburn. Ben, you're on with the Junkies. Good morning.
Let's be honest. Everybody knows those are dangerous threats, especially Jordan Reed. So they're going to be putting pressure on the both of them. So that being said, he's going to have to commit to anything possible. If we can move the ball, we're going to have to stay away from trying to run it every first down. You kind of, you know what I mean? Just kind of make it optional and just keep the Bills on their toes. If we can do that, we will win. Guarantee that. Thanks for taking my call, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for calling. I just hope they're not as predictable on first down. They were so predictable, certainly in the Dallas game on first down. I think they were a little bit more unpredictable in the Bears. They had a great first drive. There was 14, 15 plays and took 8 or 9 minutes.
8.5-minute drive.
And there was a good balance.
And then their second drive went 93 yards. Their first 2 drives were great. Second drive, they actually passed the ball a little bit more.
Right.
First drive, they mixed in the run more.
When they get it.
Got to thank the Grooming Lounge. By the way, Grooming Lounge gift cards, ideal holiday gift for any man this Christmas, whether a hot lather shave, haircut, massage, or manicure. You can visit their stores in D.C. or Northern Virginia, or even easier, grab gifts online at groominglounge.com. Jim Mullins, our producer for the week, and I guess next week, filling in for Valdez and Drab the next couple of weeks, is getting his hair cut. We will give you the full after probably around 9:30. I'm trying to post as many pictures as possible on @GlassJoeJP. That's my Twitter account. @JunksRadio, our official Twitter account, and also on the Junkies Facebook page. So trying to do that as we do the show. One of the things you wanted to talk about was this potential trade for Brandon Phillips. It's funny. On paper, seems like it'd be a good fit. They need a second baseman since it looks like Rendon's going to be playing third. Trey Turner going to take over at short, the shortstop of the future. And so second base, there's a hole because Escobar will not be back with the Washington Nationals. Escobar, who was actually pretty good last season. And on paper, Brandon
really
Phillips, you look at the numbers, and it's pretty good. 12 home runs, hit close to 300, 23 stolen bases. But then yesterday, I get swayed so easily. We had Boog Shambi on from ESPN, and he was talking about the metrics and what some of the people say about Brandon Phillips and when he put up big numbers. And for the dollar figure that they would owe him over the next 2 years, which is right around $27 million, I'm convinced by Boog Shambi, maybe not a good move.
Well, I mean, I look, Brandon Phillips is 34, 35 years old. He's not the player he was 5-6 years ago. And he has had some injuries the last couple of years, but he's a good player. I mean, he is. And maybe Trey Turner doesn't start at shortstop. Maybe they move Espinoza and he's the opening day shortstop.
So he would coach one more season. They would designate Guard as his official successor, and then Guard would take over, which, by the way, is exactly what Barry Alvarez did. He was athletic director at the time. He named Brett Bielema his coach in waiting, coached one more year, and then Bielema took over. So, Bo, I think, had every expectation that's what was going to happen, and Alvarez kind of threw a fly in the ointment and said, hey, Greg Gard is terrific. I like him. We'll certainly consider him, but I'm not going to make that commitment now. We want to do a national search, and certainly Tony Bennett is at the very, very top of that list. So that combined with the fact that Greg Gard was dealing with what was going on with his dad, and his dad passed away in early November. It may have been October, but, there's a lot of complicating factors. But what was funny about it was, Bo puts out this statement. I'm going to coach one more season. I hope Greg Gard will replace me.
Yeah.
So they didn't do it officially. And then, the next day, he's like, maybe I'll come back. I got a 5-year contract. I coach as long as I want. I never said I wouldn't come back. So, it was Bo's Bo. He's a different guy. It's part of what made him such a great coach. And, I can certainly understand him wanting to conduct a quote-unquote national search, and I can understand certainly why you would, want to at least talk to Tony Bennett. But
since 91, since it launched,
good.
doing the talk show since 93. What's happening, Glenn?
Man, I'm okay, man. Just one last day. I didn't think it would ever end. It's been 41 years that I've been doing this stuff, and 24 years over at News Channel 8, 23 or 24, whatever. I guess last day I got Big John on. Big John Thompson's coming on with me.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
I really appreciate him doing that.
Glenn, I'm not even sure we've ever had you on the show. Maybe in the last 20 years we did, and I just kind of forgot about it. But you've been in here for 41 years and almost 25 there at News Channel 8. You did radio, you did TV, you worked at Channel 4, Channel 5. You know everybody in this town.
We have a new man in studio. We will putting the finishing touches. The Grooming Lounge putting the finishing touches on Jim Mullins' hair, whatever he had, a Fu Manchu, whatever was going on. They're
got a
cleaning him up.
totally different appearance.
I don't think it's done yet. So you can keep going. Yeah, keep styling him. We'll take an after picture, put it on the Junkies Facebook page. We'll put it on @JunksRadio on Twitter. he legitimately looks like a totally different person,
Yes, he does. He looks much better.
at least from the neck up.
So now we just got to focus on the neck down, and you'll be a totally different man. No, she did a great
I mean,
job.
when's the last time you think he put gel in his hair
Oh,
or whatever
Never.
they're putting in?
I don't think he's ever put gel in his hair.
I mean, it'd have to be like 06. 06.
Yeah, you look good, though.
2006, would that be in high school?
That would have been high school.
It's got to
In high
make,
school,
it's gotta
you
make you
stepped
feel
up your
good, too.
game.
Does it make you feel a little bit better?
I mean, it does. I can feel like air moving around my head when there's people moving around the studio. It's a little
Yeah.
weird.
Like behind your ears won't stink as much.
Okay.
We love Jim.
All right, so we got Brandon Lang joining us shortly. He'll give us his winners coming up at 9:45. Of course, we've been talking about the Redskins-Bills game. Both you and I believe that they lose this game.